Hi, my name's Amber, for those of you who don't know, and I'm in Bali at the moment, and I've been here for the last week or so, and I've been around 2 entrepreneur conferences. So it's been really interesting watching how all these entrepreneurs learn. Sometimes they'll be really engrossed in what they're doing and their business, and they'll be developing it really pure-heartedly, and then other times they'll cry over it and they'll be really happy and they'll party and they'll rave, and it's just really so much fun just to be around them and just observe how they learn. And clearly this way of learning works for them very well, because they've got hundreds of thousands of people on their mailing list and they're earning millions at a time. So during my time in Bali, I've been lucky enough to interview some of the entrepreneurs that have been attending the conferences, and here's what they have to say. Okay, so I'm here with Gideon. Hello, Gideon.
Hi.
He's going to tell us a bit about his business. So could you tell us a bit more about what you do?
Sure. So I've been doing video marketing for a long time. I help businesses use YouTube mainly to help grow their businesses, build an audience, and then turn that audience into leads and customers, basically.
Yeah. Do you have any top tips for entrepreneurs you'd like to share?
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at growing a business using a place like YouTube, I think if you're not using it yet, it really is an amazing place to check out. They've just overtaken Facebook, in fact, as the biggest social media site in June this year. So a lot of people don't realise that it's such a big place. Lots of people and lots of potential customers to be gained from YouTube as well. So I think that'll be my tip. If you're not using YouTube as a marketing channel just yet, to definitely look at that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Andrew Spiri. I'm from Zambia, Africa. I'm the co-founder and managing director of Africa Trust Academy.
And what's your business and how does it help the surrounding communities?
Our business is building trust within organizations. So that's the main thing that we do. And how we do that is by doing leadership training, management training, personal finance training, as well as team building. And we do that. Our mission is to build trusted leaders and organizations that will improve people's lives in Africa. And some of the work that we do is actually teaching personal finance to university students. So do that around South Africa and Zambia, where you go to final year students, because they learn about finances, corporate finances, so money about the company but not their own money.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we do.
And what would be your number one top tip for young entrepreneurs?
Number one top tip is do what you love. Start finding out what you love and be clear on that, and then try to monetize that. So do what you love and get paid for it. It hasn't got to be either or. Either you're doing what you love or you're getting paid for something. Combine the two.
Hi, my name is Andre. I'm based in Stockholm, where I run a consulting business for enterprise architecture. My main idea and the thing I think is most important for my entrepreneurship is to build good teams. You have to find out yourself what is your role, and then understand the team members. That is the key to success.
So hi, my name's Alison Warner. I live in London in the UK, and I'm a business coach. I help small to medium-sized businesses increase their sales and profits. I can do that in a variety of different ways depending on where their challenges might lie. So this might be helping them understand their numbers better, helping them with their marketing, or helping their people and themselves grow and develop and be more effective in business. My number one business tip, I actually have two. First of all, I would say do what you love doing, do what comes naturally and stick to that, and surround yourself with other people that fill the gaps and do the things that you perhaps might not enjoy doing as much. And number two, really important, find out what your customers want, because people buy what they want, not necessarily what they need. So give them what they want and educate them later. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sharon Brown and I'm from Perth, Western Australia. I am a Master of Feng Shui. My business is Global Palace of Feng Shui. And the way my business helps people is through an ancient science from China called Feng Shui, and we do things like moving furniture and getting things right, and introducing things like water features and plants in order to create health, harmony and prosperity within a environment, your living environment as well as your business environment. I do speaking for businesses and groups all over the world, and I just love what I do because I can make a difference. My number one tip, I just did an article for a magazine about water features. So, with a water feature in Feng Shui, water represents prosperity. So make sure your water is, your pools or your spas or your fish tanks are kept nice crystal clear. To have green murky water, it'll muck up your finances big time, real fast. You'll end up with financial issues and problems and challenges very quickly. So that would probably be my number one tip in Feng Shui that somebody can do easily.
So hello, my name is Saratka Dohnalova and I am the founder and leader of Atairu, which is a company that is doing leadership development in organizations and organizational transformation. And my passion is really about shifting the way we lead, not just organizations but our lives and how we interact with others. And my number one advice for you would be look inside yourself first. Don't look for answers around, but look in what is it that you care for? What are your passions? What do you get excited about? What is it that is your talent? What goes easy for you? And what is it that you want to make a difference to?
Hi, I'm Jeff Hayes. I'm a filmmaker and an entrepreneur. I've been shortlisted for an Academy Award in the documentary category. Currently, I've been having some great success crowdfunding my films. I've raised about $1.5 million in crowdfunding in the last couple of years for different projects. Forbes wrote an article about me about crowdfunding. This is a cool time for entrepreneurial filmmakers in that now you can raise the money from your film for your film on crowdfunding, so you don't have to be a slave to investors. Then you can shoot your film, and then once it's done, you can release it yourself online with Yekra or companies like that. Instead of selling it to a studio, you can even put it on in theaters with companies like Tug.com. So there's a whole bunch of new tools. It's a great time to be a young filmmaker. I wish I was one. My number one advice for young entrepreneurs is before you do what you want to do, find out what other people want done and do that. It's the same thing for filmmakers. You get young filmmakers who choose a project based on what's their passion, and it's much more important to choose a project based on what there's a crowd of people that would like to see done. Get some successes under your belt by solving other people's problems, then go back and do your own passion project. Especially in something like filmmaking, you're lucky to just be in the business and be able to make a living at all. To me, the key is to choose to solve a problem that's important to somebody else.
So hi Amber, my name's Paul Macklin and I'm the founding director of Amazing People, and we've been in the business of transforming lives for the last 23 years. My kind of story is that I've had a foot in two camps for a very long time. I'm a painter and a creator, and I've been that since day dot. And for the last 23 years I've also been working in corporate. And over about the last 4 or 5 years I've gone through an interesting transformation where I've realised that an enormous number of compromises were made to try and keep doing what we're doing in the corporate environment. So in the last couple of years my wife and I have transformed our business, and we're now focused far more on developing individuals. And they could be individuals within an organisation, but we're not so focused on developing organisations. And my particular value add is to help people tap in to the artist that was in them when they were born, and use that in whatever context that they're working in. So it could be in their family, their life, their hobbies, or in particular in their business. And my tip for young entrepreneurs, beyond any other tip, is stay true to your heart. No matter what compromises come your way or what other things challenge you or how small you might feel in any particular situation, I think the most powerful entrepreneurs that I know and the people that are going to change the world are those that stay true to their vision and true to their heart.
Hi, I'm Neil Fellows. I have the privilege of being Amber's dad, and I also run a business called Seven Figure Back Office. At Seven Figure Back Office we work with authors and speakers who help people improve, change and sometimes even transform their lives. My number one tip for a young entrepreneur would be focus on your strengths. You wouldn't say to the world record holder of 100 metres, I'm sorry, but you need to get better at throwing the discus. You also wouldn't say to one of the world's best footballers like Lionel Messi or Luis Suarez, you need to get better at goalkeeping. So what I'm saying is focus on your strengths, focus on what you're really good at, and focus on what makes you come alive, and you find that life will be a lot easier.
Hi guys, my name is Monty Hawke. I'm from Australia. I'm an entrepreneur. I run an outsourcing company. I'm considered to be an expert in helping entrepreneurs to put in virtual staff. So we run offices out of the Philippines, and what I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs with is helping them get their time back. A big thing in business and being an entrepreneur is you become really busy and you get stuck doing lots of different things in your business. So I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs to build their business in a way that it doesn't rely on you as the entrepreneur doing everything. My number one tip, I guess, for entrepreneurs is to really have that mindset of you don't have to do everything. A lot of entrepreneurs think that they have to control everything and they have to do everything in the business and they have to know everything in the business. So my number one tip is to not be the smartest person in your business. Put people around you who are smarter than you. That's it. Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Roger Hamilton and we're here in Bali at the moment where we have a resort which is for entrepreneurs. So we're actually running a program at the moment here in Bali, and what we do is we help entrepreneurs or anyone really who wants to start up a business to learn how they can actually, first of all, make a business work, but secondly, make it global so that you can actually run it from all over the world. So what questions would you like to ask me?
Could you tell us a bit about what your business is and how it helps people, please?
Sure. So we have really three areas within the business. Business itself is called Entrepreneurs Institute, and we have on the one hand an online side. So we have maybe around 200,000 people a month who come to our websites, and what they're doing is they're learning how to follow their natural path, because we're all different, right? So if you are more creative, you might be more like a Richard Branson or a Steve Jobs, who created Apple and Virgin. But if you're more introvert, more analytical, you might be more like a Warren Buffett, who's still one of the wealthiest people in the world, but he got there through investments and a very different way of making money. So by understanding there are 8 different profiles and which one you are and what that means in terms of how you can naturally do what you love doing as opposed to doing things that feel like hard work, that's a really large part of what we do on the online side. So we have one part there. We have a second part, which is that we run events. So all around the world we have these different events where entrepreneurs come along and learn the tools to be able to help grow their business. And the third part is the resort, where we actually have got this resort, and we'll be having a number more that people can come to regularly and have as a location to be able to learn what they want to learn.
Okay, and could you give us your number one top tip for young entrepreneurs, please?
Yeah, I think the biggest tip, I started young. I started when I was about 17 years old. I started my first business. And the most difficult thing when you're starting is you're starting with nothing, right? I mean, it's not like you've got lots of money to put into something. You do have your time, which is the most valuable asset you've got. So the real question is, well, without all the resources you need, how do you align yourself with what you're most passionate with? And then instead of just trying to work it out for yourself, how do you invest your time to get to the people that might already be following that same passion, but have actually already got a business going, who already are doing something where they would love your time and your energy to help them, and where even if you just spend 3 or 6 months working as an apprentice with them, earning some money in some way, because you'll probably find some way if they can see that you're going to be of value to their business, but you go knocking on the doors on the people that inspire you, that you'd love to work with. You tell them why you'd love to have a chance to work with them and to learn from them as well. There's almost always a way that you can turn that time and turn it into knowledge and turn it into connections, turn it into the resources you need. And frankly, that's really what all the most successful people in the world did. That's what I did when I wanted to get involved in the education industry, is go out looking for who are the best that I could work with. So that would be my number one tip. Don't worry about how to get money to invest money or how to get resources to invest those. Just think about the fact that you have the same 24 hours of time every day as everyone else on the planet. And if you start investing that time well, by actually putting it towards your path of getting connected to the right people and being of value to them, you're going to find easy, simple ways after that, from being in context with others, to be able to then either start your own business or create something in partnership with others as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.